Hello and welcome to Ball Street Studio for the PalaceFanTV end of season review show, part 4. There's been 3 more videos, so if you haven't seen them yet, check them out now on the PalaceFanTV YouTube channel. I'm Jim Daly, and with me I've got the very best Palace fan bloggers across the internet. We've got Terence Ford from Red and Blue Army, Crame from the Eagles Beak, Chris Grierson from eagles.cpfc.co.uk, and Jack Thurston from Hopkin looking to curl one. Chaps, thanks for joining me.
Thanks. No I'd just like to say it's the 4th video, but I'm not actually a blogger.
Okay. How would you like to be referred to?
Nothing. Just Chris from Eagles.
Just Chris. And we've got just Chris from eagles.cpfc.
Everybody hates Chris.
.uk. Good. Now there's been 3 previous videos to this. If you haven't seen them yet, check them out now on PalaceFanTV YouTube channel. In this video, we're looking forward to next season and the summer transfers and everything we can expect from that. So, Terry, where does this current squad, which we said in the previous videos was one of the best we've had at Palace, where does it need improving?
I think we certainly need another centre-back. If you look at Damien Delaney and Breda Hangeland, the would-be partners to Scott Dan, I think that needs a little bit, maybe younger, fresher blood, someone who can come in, maybe perhaps a bit more pace, someone to build for the future in that sense. I'd like to see a more creative centre midfielder. Jason Puncheon's played that role well, but we've got space for 2 more in that area. So someone, if opposition teams shut down Balassi and Zaha, you want someone in the middle as well who can unlock that area. I think good example is seeing Shamak and Puncheon together with their technical ability linking up well, perhaps just someone in that area to be able to play in that style. And as always, you want a 25 goal a season striker.
Well, we all want things, Terry, that we might not get. Jay, does this squad need much improvement, really?
I think we need to improve, yeah. I think every season you need to look at changing what you have and evolve into seasons, and every season's different. I mean, I think this season we've been pretty lucky with injury. We haven't particularly had star players out other than Jednak that missed, for the Asia Cup, and also Balassi for African Nations. But I think injury-wise, touchwood, we've been pretty good so far this season, or pretty lucky so far this season. But I think if that changed going forward, we do need some better reserves on the bench and improve that side of things. I think Terry's right in that centre back is a position that we need to look at. Hangeland and Delaney aren't getting any younger. I enjoy.
No one ever does.
No, exactly. But Kelly is an option for me. Putting him into centre defence with Dan. He played well against Liverpool. I don't think he's that suited to the fullback role anymore because of his serious knee injury that he had at Liverpool. I think it'll suit him really well. Also, a striker. I think that's the main thing. A striker to supplement what we already have. Perhaps a starting striker that's going to guarantee us 20 goals, but every team wants that, don't they? So, it's a difficult one.
Chris, are there any names for possible signings that sort of jump to mind for you? Anyone you'd like to really see at Selhurst next season?
Johan Cabaye.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We all would.
Midfielder that can unlock the door down the middle.
Like Terry said.
Yeah, I agree with everything these guys said. Centre back, maybe you look at Soiree, he's the only real of a first choice natural left back, and really you want a player for every position that you go that is a dilemma. So maybe you'd look at getting another left back, I don't know. Definitely centre midfield attacking. I think wingers we're sorted, and we've got good youth team players. Soleil Kai, although he's playing at Cambridge, he's the type of player you could put on in a Premier League game, and I think he'd make a difference.
There's a few players in the squad that players like Lee Chung-yong that sort of towards the end of the season, Jack, are looking almost like a sort of new signing because he didn't play because of injury. So there are options, aren't there?
Yeah, there's options, but like they've said, you want to build season on season. You want to get found out. One of these teams that sort of stagnates, like your Boltons and your Wigans and your Fulhams in this world that sort of slowly fall down and then eventually out of the league. So, and with Soiree, I think the jury's still out on him to an extent because it's going well whilst we're sort of attacking and beating teams, but the real test is when we come under serious pressure in sort of consecutive weeks to see how he deals with it. So.
Any signings for you, Terry? Anyone that you really would like to see?
I'm a huge advocate of Connor Wickham. I think Connor Wickham in the right club would score a lot of goals, and we are tailor-made, I believe, for him. Whether or not that would happen on a slight downgrade from that, although I still think a lot of potential is there, is Rudy Gestead, who we've been linked with anyway. Guy can hold the ball up very well. But what I feel would be key for a signing like Gestead or Wickham would be to get them in now so they can learn from Glenn Murray, because I think that's very important. He has a lot to offer young strikers in terms of the wily ways of playing as a centre forward, not just the goal scoring ways.
Is this the summer, Jay, that, because Palace haven't got a tradition of spending big particularly, is this the summer now with the new TV money and finishing terms that Palace actually go out and spend a lot of money and really make a statement?
It's a good question. I think we've done very well in the shrewd signings that we've made in the past couple of seasons. I mean, Scott Dan and Joe Ledley to name just two. I think we've done exceptionally well by recruiting players which fit into the system, fit into the squad, and have got something to prove in the Premier League. I think we can still do that. There's no reason why we can't go to the Championship and get players. But on the flip side, you know, with the additional money that's coming into the club, again, there's no reason why we can't go on the European market and buy somebody. And bring somebody in, but there's always that dilemma about whether bringing somebody in from overseas is going to fit into the team straight away. Sometimes it takes them a while to do that.
If I put names like Denver Bar, Loic Remy, like is that too ridiculous, or are we now at that level where actually maybe we should go for those kind of players?
Remy over Bar, I think, maybe. Yeah, I think we will. I've got a feeling that we'll make 4 signings. 3 of them will be top signings, and another one will be maybe one for the future.
Okay.
But I really want a drone camera as well, so we don't want to spend too much because I want to get a drone. I need a new tripod, and I want a match day outfit.
Okay. Do you not buy that yourself?
No, I want it bought for me.
Okay.
Premier League.
Fair enough. Speaking of the future then, where are Palace going to finish next season, and where should Palace be aiming next season, Jack?
I've had a few disagreements with people on Twitter over this, actually. People saying we should be sort of aiming for 40 points and anything else a bonus. We've got to where we are now off the back of 2 half good seasons and 2 halves of dreadful football and sort of failure. So where can we go if Pardew stays, which I hope he does, although it'd be just our luck. Rubbish. If he stays, why can't we aim for top 8? Why not? If he buys shrewdly, and obviously it's all about buying in the market that you know, so not just buying from abroad for the sake of it. If you've not got scouts that know the area, then there's no point going buying from Italy if you know nothing about it. It's not just plucking things from the sky. So if he buys correctly and most of the squad stays together and the key players that are there now sort of stay, like your Balassis and your Dans and people like that are sort of got the big clubs sort of sniffing around them, then I think top 8 is realistic.
Is that? Do you agree with that, Chris?
Yeah, we finished 10th this season with a unstable first half of the season, so the obvious aim is 9th for next season. You want to get better. So I would say 8th is achievable, and I think we'll finish 9th and reach the League Cup final.
Wow, bold. I mean, cup run would be nice. Are we not getting a bit too much towards sort of Charlton territory? We're Charlton, obviously, we're aiming too high and it fell apart. Or should we be aiming high, Terry? Or should we just be accepting that actually maybe just staying in the Premier League is what we need for now?
Reaching like Charlton territory is, they feel like they got too far with the manager. We've not had the same sort of progression as that, where they stuck with Kirbyshev that whole time and then made a change. A bit like, if you look at Stoke took that gamble, they got rid of Pulis, they brought in Mark Hughes, and Mark Hughes has propelled them to higher up the league, their highest league finish this season. So there's no reason why we can't. We've finished 11th, we've finished 10th, as Jack was saying, off the back of 2 terrible starts to a season. So if we piece 2 halves of the season together, why are we not looking at 8th or 7th or even 6th? If you look at the form we've showed under Pardew since he's come in, we've won 10 games in 17, 18 games that he's been here. That's top 6 form, that's what that is. It will involve getting good signings in and so on, and to push us to that next level, but I can't see any reason why it couldn't happen.
Good, very positive from our panel then. We've got some questions from Twitter, which I'm going to pose to you now. At @manlikedwight, I think he's a Dwight Gale fan. Or Dwight York. True. Wants to know who's the most improved player this season, Jack?
Wow. So long away from the side for one, going and playing at Reading for the first part of the season and doing so well, and then coming back and sort of showing that, yeah, he may not be the quickest or, you know, he may not be the most skillful, but he's clever. He knows how to sort of win key fouls and outmuscle defenders and stuff like that. And I think he's been key to where we've got to. So definitely, I'd say that he's kind of proven that he has every right to play in that team.
Mm-hmm. Good answer. Chris, most improved?
It is a tough one, isn't it? I'd punching because of all the players, I think more of him now than I did at the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but from playing a different role.
That's fair enough, yeah. It's a tough one, Jay, isn't it? Because actually everyone's played pretty well.
I would say Yannick Bolasie. He's improved as the season's gone on. He went to the African Nations Cup, done well with his country, came back, and I think he kicked on even more after that. I think he showed a lot more, a lot more, not talent on the ball, but more direction in what he was doing. Obviously the hat-trick showed a lot more, but he needs to score more goals. But I think since he came back, we were expecting him to be a bit lethargic, and he took a couple of games to get back into it, but I think he's improved an awful lot since he's had that experience.
Good stuff. Terry?
Yeah, Bolasie's cross against Newcastle is a good example of him coming back and doing something that was previously very un-Yannick Bolasie-like. For me, it's funny because we've already written him off, and me personally, I've said we need another centre-back, but Damien Delaney, second season running where he'd written his career off, gets promoted to the Premier League, hangs around the season, has a bit of a sluggish start, does a lot better. Next alongside Scott Danny, never looks out of place. We say he's not getting any younger, but if he keeps proving that he can do it at this level, why not?
Good stuff. Okay, at Rye4N1EE, I think it's Ryan Lee, let's call him Ryan Lee, says, how do we improve the home form next season? Jay, is that a simple question or not?
I would say it's a lot to do with the pitch.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
I do think so. Yeah, I mean, the start of the season was difficult because we had to relay the pitch, and the undersoil heating took a while, and it takes a time to for the turf to heal. We all understand that. Replacing it again takes time. I think this summer, for it being done, I think that's going to improve an awful lot. But again, the Palace players should have been used to the pitch, really playing on it week in, week out. But it's still difficult, isn't it?
Is there an easier way of doing it, Chris?
I don't think it's the pitch, personally. I think that we had an advantage because we got to train on it and practice it before. I think it's the way we're set up naturally as a team. Our players and the system that we play is more suited to away football. It's sucking people on, hit people on the break quickly. The key is signing someone over the summer that can unlock things against teams that are trying to stop you. Because when we go away from home, the emphasis is on the home team to attack, so we're fine with that. When we're at home, the pressure's on us. People will sit back knowing we've got dangerous attackers, but we need someone that can get through that.
Is that not like a testimony to how far we've come, that now teams come to Selhurst and actually don't want to play expansive football? They actually think, hang on, we need to sit back against Palace because they're a good team?
Yeah, I think that combined with sort of the media's lauding of the fans and the atmosphere, people come to Selhurst now and they do fear it. Probably more than they fear going to some away grounds, because they know some away grounds like, for example, Man City or Liverpool, because they go in there thinking, well, we're on a hide into nothing here. If we get slapped 5-0, no one's going to expect us to win. Whereas, if we go to Palace, we're expected to do a half-decent job because it's only little old Palace. So I think, the fear of coming to Selhurst because of the media and because of sort of how far we've come is a massive sort of contributing factor.
Okay, final question then from Twitter, from Tommy, CPFC 2010, who I'm judging by that is a big Palace fan, says, describe the season in 4 words. Go, Terry.
Started badly, ended great.
Good, yeah, that makes sense. Jay?
One heck of a season.
One heck.
No, that's 5. One heck of season.
I'm just going to ignore grammar. It's fine.
Chris?
I'm not a writer or anything.
No, that's fine. I like it a lot.
Bloody hell, I'm employed.
Good, very good. Jack?
South London's #1.
Oh, I love that.
Very good.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, that rounds off our season review here at PalaceFanTV here at Ball Street Studios. Thank you very much for watching. If this is the first one you've seen, there's 3 other videos that you can watch reviewing our season, so check them out now on PalaceFanTV. Make sure you subscribe to PalaceFanTV for all the latest videos. If you enjoyed the videos, put a like and comment below. Let us know what you thought about the videos and Palace over the season 2014-2015. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
James McArthur, for me, deserves player of the season. Gives 150% every game. Been absolute quality, an absolute tiger in midfield, and what a privilege to watch him.